From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LALATE.
It's a big midday here on LALATE as home LALATE heats up and street and stimulus. In today's recording, we go over your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 and how to look beautiful coming and cashing those checks as well. In today's recording, we go back to that incredible recon, the fourth stimulus recon and the Build Back Better Act, and go over where we are right today and a major push to get a guy who's been part of the equation on point as well. It's not Joe Manchin, not Chris Sinema. It's a name you heard on this channel before, and I'll explain the nuance of this breaking news. The recon will get passed, says the president's staff, in the last few days, with the Senate just on top of that, MSC, monthly IRS stimulus checks. That would go on top of that as well to lease those additional $15,000 of checks. And third stimulus checks of $45,000. Yeah, there's a lot of checks. That's incredible recording. We'll go over those details and more. But you know how third stimulus, you know how home LALATE and stream stimulus works. We go over your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 in the first half of this recording, including student loan debt and fifth stimulus. In the second half of this recording, we go over the home, whether it is food, decor, or home and beauty. And today, the first of a three-part segment. Today, we're going to go over your beautiful skin. Did you not know you have beautiful skin? And we'll learn how to pump it up. Pump it up? What are we pumping up? And we'll learn how to put a mun on your mask. Is this for Mitch Ball 2022? Those details and more as we go over how to look beautiful, smell beautiful, and come good across the board as you cash those incredible checks monthly in this recording. Those details and more, plus the new details of a guy who's important for that recon and how that recon will get passed. Those breaking details live on air, direct from Santa Monica, California, as home LALATE heats up right now, right here, on a beautiful, gorgeous day, and I hope the weather's good as where you as well. And home LALATE heats up this very moment from Santa Monica, California, with the excitement and all the details starting right here, starting right now, as home LALATE gets underway this beautiful day across the board from Santa Monica, California, starting right this very moment, with the excitement, the deliciousness, and all the big money you need to know across the board. And all that excitement starts this very moment as home LALATE gets underway. Now, let's go into all these incredible checks across this incredible recon with 3 clusters and 3 add-ons. It's important to understand what these incredible clusters of checks are and how they work one at a time. There is 3 clusters with 3 add-ons. Let's go over all those incredible checks, starting one at a time with the first cluster of checks. But first, this is home LALATE. And you're watching LALATE on a big, bold, beautiful day, and the excitement starts right here, right now, starting this very moment. Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and also good day. Hope the weather is good where you are, and here we go. That fourth stimulus recon has a lot of money with 3 classes of checks and 3 add-ons. Let's go over all those incredible checks one at a time, starting with the first of 3 classes. But remember, all these incredible classes of checks add up to at least $15,000 of checks. And those checks start with the first cluster. Let's jump right into all that incredible deliciousness. Cluster number 1, then cluster number 2. We're going to start with the very first one and all that incredible excitement starting right now. $15,000 of checks, and boy, is it incredible. The first cluster of checks has the hazard pay. 1 more year of that. The earned income tax credit. $4,000 of elder care. $4,000 of care for young children. The Pell Grant, $550 check. The money to repair the home if you live in a low-income community. $12,500 across the board for the purchase of a new electric vehicle. Cluster number 1's checks. There you go. Let's go to the first add-on of checks. $25,000 from Maxine Waters. She's going to give that to you for purchase of your first home. A little bit less. She wanted to give you $25,000. This is money given from the U.S. government to the seller in your name at the time of escrow. Cluster number 2's checks. Let's look at them right now. Home repairs and paid leave. This is to weatherize your home across the board. It does not need to be just low income and paid leave. A lot of money. $1,700 a week if you make $70,000 or more per year. $35,000 annual salary, that's $800 a week. If you make $15,000 annual salary, it's $400 a week, up to 4 weeks per year. If you don't work, you're still going to get this money. If your son and daughter does work, and they have to take off from work once to take you to the doctor's office, that is incredible. Up to 4 weeks per year. Let's go to the incredible first add-on of checks, second add-on of checks. It comes from the illustrious Bob Casey out of Pennsylvania. It was a Joe Biden campaign promise, and he got it in there. $250 billion of free home health care for seniors and people on disabilities. Let's bring it to the third cluster of checks, and here we find the true deliciousness. In that third cluster, we have seniors and free internet. Wow. This is free school meals for all checks. Money for free internet, money for the farmers, money for the independent contractors, and the seniors, with 2 programs, not 2 checks, but 2 programs on the House side, and more coming from the Senate side. On the House side, they got in there the Medicaid gap fix and the hearing. The senators on the Senate side vow to add in their dental vision and lowering the eligibility age of Medicare from 65 to as low as 55, which is par for the course when we look at the other check that they want to add in there, MSC. MSC, we're going to go over what it is, who gets it, how much is it, when would it happen across the board, and everything else you need to know. First, let's go over what it is. What is MSC? It refers to monthly IRS stimulus check. The reason why we call it MSC is because there are multiple stimulus checks in this recon already in there, passed from the House. This is a different instrument. Where it's sent out from IRS, we refer to it as MSC for monthly or multiple IRS stimulus check. The IRS is the key word in that equation. All right, who gets it? The Democratic senators have told thousands, tens of thousands of viewers since the month of May that the eligibility would be the same as a third stimulus check. So let's go over the details right now. Single individual, $75,000 or more or less annual income, you would get that check. Married couple, $150,000 or less, you would get it. Double it. Family of 4, quadruple it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, rural benefits, you would get it as well. Adult dependents would also get it. Let's go over some of the nuances of the check. It is not income. It's not taxable. It is not a state check. It is a nationwide IRS sent out check. So if you have a senator or a governor you don't like, don't worry. It's coming from IRS. All right, now that we've gone over those details, let's go over the amount. The legislators have told thousands and thousands of viewers of this channel since May that it's going to be the following amount. $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter for up to 6 months across the board. Then, let's go over the nuances of how they get that vote done and why the voting process is so confusing. We have some new details right today at noontime. You're watching right now, or home, street, and stimulus. Let's go over the details starting right now. The body of legislation passed in the November month of 2021 was the House version of this legislation called the Build Back Better Act, aka the Fourth Stimulus Required, aka the Social Spending Bill. It's now in the Senate. Senators are different people than House members. Senators want to make changes, but those changes have not occurred. Where is the legislation currently in the Senate? It sort of looks like the Monaco Grand Prix. You're in a car race around the streets of Monaco, and suddenly the announcer goes on air, says, pull over to the side of the road. The race is halted. Doesn't mean the race has ended. Doesn't mean the race has been canceled. Doesn't mean the cars are going in reverse and going backwards. We just halted the race, put it on hold for a short period of time. Why? Very, very confusing. I don't want to confuse you too much across the board. But at some point, the announcer is going to go back on air and says the race has resumed. And where are you likely to go then? Into Senate subcommittees. The Senate subcommittees will take the body of legislation passed by the House and start to make the changes. Ron Wyden says he has a lot of changes to make. He didn't get those changes done yet because the changes have not occurred yet. Liz Warren, Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders all say they have changes to be made across the board. So that event has not occurred yet. That will occur at some point. Then we go to a Senate floor vote. Then we have a 2-day vote-a-rama. That is why it's important to advocate for the inclusion of that MSC. Now, remember, even though we had a House bill passed in the month of November, we don't have a Senate bill because they haven't done that yet. So if you're on the front porch today and the neighbor's son says, it's not in there, the response is, what's the there? Well, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not in there because there is no Senate bill yet. And that's why it's important to advocate for the inclusion of any provision you want in this incredible recon, whether it is NMSC, whether it is the home repairs, whether it is the first-time home purchases. Advocating, let's go over that avocation right now. And it's different as we go into a big noontime, afternoons, and evenings of this beautiful month of January 2022. The advocacy is slightly different. First, the legislation is not going for a vote in the next 24 hours, obviously. So you don't have a time-pressing prerogative to pick up the phone and call 20 times today, but you still need to call. Let's go over what's important across the board. These senators are elected to represent your interests, and they know you called before. But if you haven't called recently, they may think, maybe they don't need it anymore. So what you need to do is pick up the phone call once a week. Say why you need it. Business, family, health, dental, whatever it is. And you may have Omicron. Your neighbor may have Omicron. Your husband may have Omicron. You may have a different narrative to tell that they did not have when you called last time. If you remember the person on the staff you called before, say, hey, it's me again. I need to tell you what I need. When you make the phone call, express why you need it. Do not, however, repeat, do not say, is it in there? Because the there does not exist. They don't have a bill. It's not a there yet. So don't be asking for whether it's in there. And who do you advocate to, and the manner in which you advocate? Let's go over the details of that right now. You want to pick up the phone and contact those 6 senators. They're incredible because they are elected for states, but they represent interests for people across the entire United States in a way in which is so incredibly wonderful. You want to pick up the phone, contact Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer, and advocate for the inclusion of any provision in the recon that you went in there. Again, Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer. What's new today, which you're hearing throughout today's brand new broadcast? What's new today is really 4 parts of the equation. First, voting. Second, Senate rules. Third, Ron Klain. And fourth, what to do with Ron Klain. First, the Senate rules and the Voting Rights Initiative, they were set for a vote this week to make it easier to pass the Forced Service Recon, not anchored to the Forced Service Recon, just to make it easier. And they did not pass. Senate rules changes did not pass, and the Voting Rights Initiative did not pass. So that easier way to get the Forced Service Recon is not happening. Brand new in the last few minutes is a brand new series of reports that are featured today on Afternoons LALATE and also on Evenings LALATE about Ron Klain. He's the President's Chief of Staff. And let me give you broadly what's going on. As the President's Chief of Staff, his job is to get things done. And when things don't get done, then he's to blame. The series of reports feature quotes from Democrats, feature quotes from Democratic House members, feature White House staffers off the record, and it also features Democratic progressives. Why and what do these quotes say collectively? They say, number one, Ron Klain has not prioritized the president's agenda since coming into office. That's a collective theme that we've covered on this channel for a long time, since day one. I haven't featured Ron Klain a lot, but I featured him a lot in those first weeks of the president's time in office. I said Ron Klain was not prioritizing what by legislation needs to be done first and which needs to be done later. And it's now coming back to nip the president where it should be nipped. The president has not prioritized what needs to be done first. That's the first message. Second message, and that can be fixed. That obviously can be fixed. You just sort of pivot and you say, okay, we're doing this. We're not going to be doing that anymore. Second part of the equation is more interesting, which is isolationists or isolation of factions. What's at issue? You heard me say back in November and October that Pramila Jayapal, the head of the Progressive Caucus in the House, Democrat, says Ron Klain's wonderful. She gets him on the phone. She talks to him once a day, twice a day. And then I gave you the reverse of it, which is Joe Manchin. And this happened a lot when I was gone, when I was hospitalized for 3 weeks. Joe Manchin says the White House staff is awful, that they treat him horribly, that they isolate him, that they go after him, that they issue press releases against him. So you see the dichotomy, you see the contrast. The progressives really, given the red carpet treatment, and the modern Democrats really treated like, the stuff behind the dumpster. Really not good. Remember, the role of the chief of staff is to really be a nice guy everyone gets along with, gets the president's agenda done, and is really a rainmaker. It's a guy that people just like to get along with. Imagine me on camera And imagine if I just sort of barked at people and was grimacing and angry and had horns like the devil and just really went after certain people and then was really nice to other people. You say, wow, that's just really not cool. Why is he so nice to one people? That's what Ron Klain is being accused of doing right now. He's being accused of being very, very nice to the progressives and being very bad to the moderate Democrats. Now, as the Republicans, they say he doesn't even talk to them. He completely blows them out. That's not how a chief of staff runs an office. Everyone knows that. Chief of staff is really supposed to be, there's an expression called hamishy guy, a nice guy that everyone gets along with. He may placate you, but he still lets you talk and lets you speak your word, and he's not doing it. That's first thing. Second, he has been isolating the president in a way we've known for a long time, that the president is isolated, and then Ron Klain is calling the shots. Joe Biden, he's really good at negotiating. He got Kristen Sinema to get that prescription medication in there. Joe Biden is really good at negotiating. But Donald Trump is really good at negotiating. These are nice. These are people who became president because they're very good at getting people to agree to their position. Ron Klain, not so much. And Ron Klain is keeping the president isolated. Third part of the equation is that Ron Klain is reportedly isolating the president and then reportedly isolating himself so that no one can get anything heard. Now, there's a lot of subject matters I can cover on this channel that I don't have time to cover on them. And among the subject matters I can cover is historically black universities were promised lots of money under the third stimulus recon and then promised under the fourth stimulus recon. They're not in there. And that group keeps on reaching out to Klain and saying, where's our money in this? You know that all that SSI money was promised in there. That group is reaching out all the time, your group, saying, where's our money? And no response, dead silence. So the reason why I like this report is good. I like when there's an issue, you talk about it. It's sort of like group therapy. I don't like that hairstyle you've been wearing for the last 20 years representing your district out of San Francisco. So can you change the hairstyle? If you don't say it to the person's face, they think the hairstyle works. It's like, no, it really doesn't work. And I've been trying to get that over to you for a long time. And your $12 ice cream is not that good either. And the $20,000 refrigerator is overpriced. So when you have that conversation with the person, it helps. I like that this article is front page news today. That Ron Klain is not prioritizing what body legislation needs to be done first. 2, that Ron Klain is isolating moderate Democrats. 3, that Ron Klain is isolating Republicans. 4, that Ron Klain is going after moderate Democrats like Joe Manchin. And 5, that Ron Klain is isolating the president and isolating himself so that people want to get things done and they're not around. Personal opinion, which I don't always do. You pick up the phone and call to schedule something just from anything. Everyone's using COVID as an excuse. They're out. We don't have a lot of people to answer the phone. It just sort of sounds like that when I read these Ron Klain quotes. We can't find Ron Klain. Where is he? He's doing Zoom all this week. Well, where is he doing Zoom? I just don't know. Who can tell me? That person's not available either. So it's just not working. Now, the Voting Rights Initiative did not pass. And also the incredible Senate rules did not pass. But the fourth stimulus recon is getting done. The great quotes are coming out of the White House press corps. Press team. They're very good. They're very good at getting messaging out. And Andrew Bates' new quote in the last 7 days says, the recon's happening. The recon's happening. The president wants to get the money out. He wants to get this money out right away. He wants to get it done. It will get done. Don't worry. It's going to get done. We have bad days. We have good days. And that is the important message you want to hear. I'm going to feature more on Afternoons LA, which is brand new on 3 o'clock today, and more on Evenings LA, which is brand new at 5 o'clock. We have brand new shows today, which is Friday. What day of the week is it? What month is it? Brand new shows on Saturday. Brand new shows on Sunday. You're watching me live, or if it's taped, if you're watching this on Street and Stimulus. But in the second half of this video, we're going to go over the first of a 3-part segment on home Street and Stimulus. How to have good skin, how to make the skin radiant and luminescence for pennies on the dollar, and how to keep the tones on issue, whether you're a man or a woman. In today's recording, we're going to go over how to get good skincare, how to make sure you're taking care of your skin. And that skin prepping is very important. I'm going to show you all the incredible products after the commercial break. I got no less than a dozen of them on air. I'm going to show you all from $2 up to maybe on the high end, $15. It's all incredible. It's coming up in the second half of this video. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as we go from teeth 2 days ago to now skin. It's a big, bold, beautiful Home LA, and I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as Home LA continues. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now as afternoons LA heats up. During the commercial break, someone said, I think it was Ann, said it's National Hug Day. So reach out and hug someone. And if you hug them, don't choke them. With that, in the second half of this video, we're going to go over the first of a 3-part series we're going to cover on home and stream stimulus in the next few days about the skin. We've been covering the teeth, now we're going to go over the skin. So today we're going to cover skin prep, making sure the skin is really cleaned and moisturized and nurtured. And tomorrow we're going to go over how to make sure the tones of the skin are really good. This is stuff for men and for women, whether it's professional athletes or mom and pop, dads and sons. Everyone is doing this across the board. First, let's go over the skin prep. What I want you to remember is the best thing to do is make sure you always wash the face, and wash the face well when in the shower. Soap and water. Do not use hot water on the face. It's very ill-advised. Number 2, do not scrub the face really hard. So don't use a washcloth if you really don't have to, because scrubbing the face is very abrasive. Number 3, I like things that are liquid based in the shower rather than a soap bar. So again, do not use something sort of abrasive. All right, how to prep before even the shower. A guy, I prefer you to shave first before showering. Women or men, what I recommend is one of the best preps before getting in the shower: a mask. And how often? Once a week. What is the most often? You can do it every day, but it's overkill. At least once a week. And there are a lot of different masks out there. Basically, the concept of the mask is it's a cream. You open it up, you squeeze it out, you rub it on the face, and then you take a shower, and it comes right off. How long are you leaving it on? Not that long. A few minutes, just a couple minutes. There's a lot of different creams out. There's a lot of different masks out there. This is basically a cream-based mask, and I tried a lot, and they have strange differences about them, and they're very weird. Some of them seem like, they don't do anything, and some of them just seem like, why am I buying this? So I adore this one, and I just feel really guilty because as soon as I say it, it's going to sell out, because this is sort of hard to get. It's very cheap. It's like $3-4. It's Freeman's Feeling Beautiful Avocado and Oatmeal Clay Mask. Now, why do I like this? Let me show it to you close on the camera. I like this one, and it's not so important that this is the one I like. Again, this is not a paid promotion video. The reason I want you to know what I'm looking for in a mask is that when you put this on, you wait a few minutes and shower, your face tightens up. It tightens up. I mean, you see reduced wrinkles, your face tightens up, you feel moisturized, you look great. That's the purpose of a very quick mask. Just a few minutes, you take it off, you shower, you look younger, you look tighter, the wrinkles are less pronounced, or they're gone. And it's a miracle. It really is a miracle. I've had other masks that do nothing. They do nothing, and sometimes make you look worse. And they're impossible to get off, and they just make the shower and everything dirty everywhere. So I like this one. Again, it's avocado and oatmeal. So I think maybe it's the avocado that is working. All right, that's in the shower. Next, also in the shower, but I don't have a camera with me as a prop, is I like some of the scrubs. So, and I'm trying to go off of memory because I don't have it as a prop. But Target has one of them, and it's only $1 or $2, and it's a non-name brand version of St. Ives. I think St. Ives is the brand, and the St. Ives is maybe $4, but the Target's like $1. It's a facial scrub, and again, you go in the way I do it is, if I have it, and I haven't I haven't bought it in a few months, I have to go get it. Is you put it on, obviously not the day you're doing this one, another day. You put it on maybe 1 or 2 minutes before you get in the shower, and then you wipe it right off, and then you just wash it right off in the shower. You feel like all that junk gets off of the face. It just feels great, and again, you feel better. It's not the same day as you do this. Now, I have done them together, but it's a little overkill. Meaning, I do the facial scrub. Yeah, it's too much. So do it different days. This is how you tighten the face. The other one's the way you clean the face. All right, now let's bring it to another level. This is now you're out of the shower. You're out of the shower and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I nurture the skin? This video is about how to make sure the skin is nurtured, clean, healthy. Tomorrow's video is going to be about how to bring the tones of skin together. Now, different things for different people work across the board. There's a lot of products out there. The products out there are oil-based or cream-based, and the way in which they are presented in a container is very different and very has different implications for you. So let's go over this right now. Here is something that is very popular out there, Aquaphor. It is a form of a petroleum jelly. I don't like it. Why? I put it on. It's insanely greasy. It is too oily. It makes me hot. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. It is very good if you are very dry, maybe like the bottom of your feet. But for me, it don't work. So I don't like it. It's a great product. I'm not trying to say anything about the product. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. I don't like it because it is an oilish based product. So if I just want to moisturize, I use a cream-based lotion. And one thing I learned in the hospital, they thought I was joking. I said, "Do you have any lotion?" They said, "We'll give you some Aquaphor." I'm like, "Give me the cheapest cream you have on the bowl on the floor." And they brought me this cheap $1 lotion, but it's because it was white, it was cream-based, and it worked. I loved it. This is what I usually use. All these creams are sort of expensive. They're like, $4 when you think they should be $1. This is Suave Skincare Lotion Advanced Lotion Therapy, but they all are good. This is good for whether it's your feet or your face, your arms, or your back. Remember those winter months, which we're in right now. If you're wearing wool, if you have the heat on, you may get very dry. I often get dry in those winter months because of the heat or the wool or the sweaters, and you don't have that problem in the summer when you have less clothes on. So make sure you moisturize, especially for guys who, like myself, you may be working out or you're sweating. Make sure you moisturize the sides of the stomach, the shoulders, the back, the areas that get very, very dry that we often don't pay attention to it. Do that across the board. All right, so that works really well. Which brings us then to the next part of the equation, and this is a strange one. This one's a very strange one. This is more expensive. I'll admit it's more expensive. You get it from Target. You could also get it from some on-time retailers. I don't want to go over so much the product, but why this sort of universe of product works well. So this could be in tomorrow's video, but I'll put it in this video. It is called Tanologist Express Tan, and it says Self-Tan Mousse Lotion. Now, you may think this is a tanning video. No. The reason why this product is insanely great is because, one, it's a pump. The fact that it's a pump is totally different of the equation. Second, the way it comes out as a solution is like a foam. That's also very different. Foam is very different to the equation than a cream. More importantly, it's a foam with an oil in it. Now, I already told you, I don't like those oily things where you sort of scoop it out of a tub and wipe it on your face. It drives me insane. This is a foam with an oil in it. And boy, you put this on, leave it on for a few hours, you look dynamic. If you have dry skin, it just replenishes the skin. You're not going to leave it on long. You wash it off. And trust me, it brings back the stuff. I use this because the production cameras are very, very strong. You just get very hot and dry on set. I got fans blowing on me. I just get hot and dry. And I put it on, and boy, I got to use it every single day. If I don't, I'm in trouble. And boy, it looks really great. Let's go with the last item. This is the most expensive item. And this is where we bring it to the next level. This may be too expensive for some people. This is like 15. Actually, this is probably cheaper than last time. This is like, well, you may get as low as 15, but on the high end, maybe 18. This is L'Oreal Collagen Moisture Filler. Again, it is L'Oreal Collagen Moisture Filler. Now, I'm going to give you a cheat. There's a lot of ways to cheat on this. If you're a person who has wrinkles on the eyes, wrinkles on the side of the eyes, bags under the eyes, first try your basic lotion, which we just had. First try just putting a lot of this under the eyes and on those wrinkles. See if it works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works and you don't need anything else of that. And it's just because you're dry. You know those infomercials where they say, I put something on my father and now his wrinkles are gone. A lot of the times you just put cheap moisture cream, it's gone in 10 seconds. If that works, you don't need this. If it doesn't work, you may have to take it up a notch. And this is a collagen-infused cream. And you just rub it in there and let it sit. You don't have to rub it out. You just leave it there. And it is a miracle. I've been using it for many, many, many years. Again, it's for this area and this area. And it reduces the lines of wrinkles. It reduces the darkening. A lot of people have darkening under the eyes. That plus this, which tightens up the face, insanely incredible. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. In tomorrow's video, we're going to go over, now that you got the skin taken care of, how do you bring those tones in the skin so that you have regulated tone? Believe it or not, professional athletes, Europe, United States, all across the board, are using certain products as men to make sure that their skin tones are normalized so that you're not spotty, that you're not you don't look like, a foreign animal, that you don't have spots over your face. And these products are very, very widely disseminated. They're very cheap. They're pennies on the dollars. They'll be covered tomorrow. Those details and more coming up. Meantime, if you're watching this show in the evenings, coming up next is Evenings Extra at 8 o'clock. If you're watching it live on air at noontime, then coming up next is the 1 o'clock afternoon show. And then we have a big brand new afternoon show as well at 3 o'clock. Thank you for joining me across the board. We have a big slate of shows all throughout this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, brand new across the board. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful day, and stay with LA for more.